You wake up tired, even after a full night of sleep, and you tell yourself the same lie again. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. Tomorrow, I'll change. But tomorrow keeps failing you, and you never stop to ask why. The alarm rings. You hit snooze, not because you're lazy, not because you lack motivation, but because something inside you already feels defeated before the day even begins. Your phone lights up your face in the dark. Messages, news, other people's lives moving forward, and slowly, silently, your morning collapses before you even step out of bed. You think your mornings are broken. You think the problem is willpower, discipline, motivation. You watch videos about miracle morning routines, cold showers, 5 a.m. wake-ups, perfect habits. You try them for a few days, maybe a week, and then you fall back. What if I told you the real failure doesn't happen in the morning at all? It happens the night before. Think about last night. Not in a vague way, really think. The lights were off, but your mind was still loud. You told yourself you'd sleep early, but one more video turned into 10. One more scroll turned into an hour. Your body was in bed, but your mind was everywhere else. Worries, regrets, unfinished dreams, silent comparisons. You didn't close the day, you escaped it. And when you don't close the day, it follows you into the morning like a shadow. You wake up carrying yesterday's weight, unfinished thoughts, unspoken fears, a nervous system that never rested. So when the alarm rings, your brain isn't starting fresh, it's continuing a battle it never ended. This is why your mornings feel heavy. This is why productivity feels forced. This is why motivation disappears before breakfast. Because mornings don't begin at sunrise, they begin the night before. Nobody teaches you this. Nobody tells you that the most powerful ritual isn't how you wake up, it's how you shut down. Every night you are training your brain for tomorrow, whether you realize it or not. When you sleep with chaos, you wake up with chaos. When you sleep without intention, you wake up without direction. Look at the most exhausted people you know. They don't lack sleep, they lack closure. They go to bed overstimulated, emotionally messy, mentally cluttered, and they expect clarity in the morning. But clarity doesn't magically appear, it's prepared. Your brain needs a signal that the day is over, that the fight can stop, that tomorrow is safe to begin. Without that signal, your body stays in survival mode. This is where everything changes. Imagine this, the same room, the same bed, but instead of scrolling until your eyes burn, you slow down. Not dramatically, not perfectly, just intentionally. You dim the lights, you put the phone down, and for the first time all day, you sit with yourself. It's uncomfortable at first. Silence always is. That's why most people avoid it, because silence forces you to face what you've been running from all day. But stay there. You ask yourself one simple question. What drained me today? Not to judge, not to fix, just to notice. Then another. What did I survive today? Even on your worst days, you survived something. Your nervous system hears this. It relaxes. The tension eases, just a little. Then you do something powerful, something small but life-altering. You decide tomorrow's first move tonight. Not a whole plan, not a to-do list that overwhelms you, just one clear action, one promise so small it feels almost too easy. I'll wake up and drink water. I'll stretch for 1 minute. I'll step outside for fresh air. Your brain loves certainty. When you give it a clear first step, it stops panicking about the rest. This is the evening ritual nobody talks about, the ritual that fixes tomorrow before it arrives. You're not trying to control life, you're signaling safety, completion, direction, and then you sleep. Not with your phone in your hand, not with your mind racing, but with a sense that today is done and tomorrow is already waiting for you. Here's the truth that changes everything. People who win their mornings aren't stronger than you, they're calmer than you. They don't wake up fighting the day, they wake up continuing a decision they already made. That's why their mornings look effortless. That's why discipline seems natural to them. It's not because they wake up motivated. It's because they went to sleep prepared. And you can feel the difference immediately. The alarm rings, and for the first time in a long time, you don't feel resistance. You don't feel dread. There's still tiredness, yes, but there's also direction. You move before your mind argues. You act before doubt speaks. You win a small victory early. And that single victory changes the tone of the entire day. This is how momentum is built, not with intensity, with consistency, with quiet rituals no one applauds. Your evenings shape your identity. Your nights design your mornings, and your mornings decide your future. If your life feels stuck, don't attack the whole day. Fix the last hour. Because when you respect the end of your day, the beginning starts respecting you back. Tonight is not just another night, it's the doorway to tomorrow. Close it properly. Tomorrow isn't waiting for you with excitement or judgment, it's waiting for instructions. And every night, whether you speak them or not, you give those instructions away. When you stay up chasing noise, tomorrow learns chaos. When you ignore your limits, tomorrow learns exhaustion. When you avoid yourself, tomorrow learns avoidance. But the moment you choose to slow down, even for a few minutes, something inside you begins to shift. You stop living on reaction. You stop waking up already behind. You stop letting the world decide how you begin. Most people think change is loud, dramatic, a breaking point. It's not. Real change is quiet. It happens when no one is watching. It happens when you choose to end the day with respect. Not perfection, respect. Respect for your mind that carried you. Respect for your body that didn't quit. Respect for the future version of you that has to wake up and continue. And here's the part nobody tells you. The first night you do this, it won't feel magical. Your phone will call to you. Your habits will resist. Your old self will beg for distraction. That's normal. You're not failing, you're rewiring. Every time you choose presence over escape, you weaken the patterns that kept you stuck. Every night you close the day with intention, you take power back from the morning. And slowly, quietly, something changes. You start waking up with less noise in your head. You start needing less motivation to move. You start trusting yourself again. Because self-trust isn't built by big promises. It's built by small decisions kept in private. This is how discipline is born, not from force, from alignment. The night becomes your ally. Sleep becomes recovery, not avoidance. Morning becomes continuation, not punishment. And one day, without realizing when it happened, you'll wake up and notice something strange. You don't hate mornings anymore. Not because life became easier, but because you stopped abandoning yourself the night before. So tonight, don't try to change your life. Just end your day properly. Turn the volume down, close the mental tabs, decide one simple step for tomorrow, then let yourself rest. Because the strongest mornings are built in silence, and the future you want is waiting for you on the other side of tonight.